And then you stop at a playground.
Mm.
McDonald's playground, again, not sponsored. McDonald's playground,
Yeah.
all right, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
They're amazing. You see those golden red arches on a long drive to Sydney, and you are like, yes.
The cruise that we ended up booking departed from Sydney.
Yes.
Yeah. So we live in Queensland.
Yeah.
And it made sense for us to do it that way because we wanted to be able to spend some time with family when we got back from the cruise before we had to go back into work and get back into normal life. So I think that for us, it then started to factor in, okay, so how are we going to fit everything into the car, plus the kids, plus us, drive to Sydney? So I think came the challenge of packing.
Oh,
What do you pack?
what do you pack? And because we went down a week early too,
Yes.
we had to almost have 2 sets of things. One for that first week, and then the cruise packing as well.
And then the few days after.
And then for the few days after.
Mhm.
So we really had ourselves a job on our hands
Mhm.
to get through that. Lucky you're smart and you do a lot of research into packing techniques and ways to get around having to consolidate lots of stuff.
I had this really big thing in my mind that I wanted to make sure that we took decorations and Christmas presents
Yes, you did.
in our luggage.
That's you were determined to make that work.
Yes. I think it was really, really important to make Christmas still a big part of our holiday because we went over that time, and it was the first time that we weren't celebrating Christmas in our home with our family.
That's true. So that had to be factored into our packing, making sure we could get everything we needed to travel with down to Sydney.
So I think that both of our large suitcases, half of it was dedicated to presents and decorations.
It was.
And then the other half was clothes.
Yeah. So, but there was a really genius solution. And again, we spoke about this in one of our YouTube videos. The packing cubes. They made it such an easy job of organizing it properly, especially with the kids' suitcases, because you could put everything and compartmentalize it, and it was really organized and tightly constructed. The thing of beauty.
It really was. They were very colorful
They were
too.
very,
It was like art.
color coordinated.
But I think that there was the packing cubes that contributed to making everything feel really organized and feel really easy. But then the other thing that we did was we took 2 sports bags, like duffel bags, that we filled up with the clothes for the week before. And then after the cruise, jumping ahead here.
We are jumping ahead.
We would, on the disembarkment, we put all the clothes that we wanted to wear for the next couple of days into a bag separately. So that way,
we're not bringing in 4 suitcases for 3 days.
For 3 days, yeah.
Yeah, but you really got to think ahead when you're planning and traveling with children.
Yeah.
You want to make it as seamless and almost low energy as possible. Like there's this straight workflow, almost like some productivity thing at work. You're just trying to streamline. That's the word I'm looking for. Streamline. You wanted to streamline the process to make sure there's minimal obstructions to getting things done. And that's what we did.
We did. It was also the biggest goal is fitting everything into the car. We do have a medium-size SUV.
Medium-sized compact SUV, I guess you could call.
It's not a compact
SUV.
SUV.
Not a compact? Whatever.
It's a medium.
A Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. If you know what that is, like officially, we could probably look it up. But keep going.
So we were able to fit 2 big suitcases, 2 carry-on suitcases, and the pram.
But we were clever with how we put the carry-ons in, right? Because our kids needed, with the drive down, it's a footrest. So we put the carry-on ones underneath their feet and put a pillow on top of it.
So that they could almost feel like they're lying down.
Yeah.
Because we did what time did we leave?
We left at about 2-3 in the morning.
2-3 in the morning, so that we could be at Port Macquarie
For breakfast.
for breakfast, which is 5.5 hours.
Yeah, because they would just sleep through.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a part, I guess, transitioning into the drive down. If you're driving lengthy distances with children, plan the time you're leaving to make sure most of it is done when they're sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
particularly on the way down to a holiday. So when we left at 2 or 3 in the morning, I can't remember exactly, most of that was them sleeping.
Yeah, it's really key for us to have that period where they are sleeping because we don't do devices in our household. Our kids have never had one, and they're not going to it
yeah.
until school forces us to give them one. So in the car, it's really, really important to be able to have their rest, have their sleep for the majority, knock out as many hours as you can before they're awake and alert. And then once they are, they're more than happy to play with the car basket, to read a few books, listen to the music, play I Spy.
Play I Spy, I was just going to say. Play a couple games of I Spy, entertain each other. Like,
Mhm.
they're really good at talking to each other, so they'll just sort of muck around in the back for a little bit. And, then you stop at a playground. McDonald's playground, again, not sponsored. McDonald's playground,
Yeah,
all right, they're fantastic.
yeah.
They're amazing. You see those golden red arches on a long drive to Sydney, and you are like, yes, cheering.
Well, Alberto was
Loved
for
it,
sure
yeah.
because now he can recognize. We say, "Oh, look out for the M," and
Yeah.
that's where we're stopping. So he really feels a part of it a little bit more now.
So yeah, I think planning when you're leaving the drive home was key when you are going on that long journey. Just bringing as much activities in the car you can fit,
Mhm.
reasonably fit. That way, yeah, you'll have a very quiet, easy journey down. Well, we found that anyway. Worked for
Yeah.
us really well. That's streamlined approach. I'm going to use that word a lot now. Streamlined. So once we got there, it was kind of just us getting ready. Like, you had a week to entertain kids while I was working,
Yeah.
and then it was all systems go, getting ready to go on that cruise.